Hello students, welcome to the lecture on job analysis, job description, job specification and job evaluation. And after this lecture, we will be able to learn the following objectives. Explain the concept of job analysis and its process, understand the step in job analysis process, discuss the methods of job analysis, understand job design and its methods, define job description and its uses, explain job specification. Let's start with what job analysis is. Job analysis is a systematic exploration, study and recording the responsibilities, duties, skills, accountabilities, work environment and ability requirement of a specific job. It also involves determining the relative importance of the duties, responsibilities and physical and emotional skills for a given job. All these factors identify what a job demands and what an employee must possess to perform a job productively. Job description clarify what an employee is responsible for and what is expected of them. Preparing a thorough, complete job description is a critical first step in the selection process. The job description provides potential candidates with a clear description and main objective of a position and assists them in determining if they can perform the duties of the position. Candidates who determine they were unable to perform the duties or do not meet the minimum qualification may self-screen themselves from the selection process, which ultimately makes the recruitment process more difficult. A meaningful duty statement is a valuable tool in orienting new employees to his or her job and role in the department. A job description identifies essential and non-essential tasks that are assigned to a specific position. It also identifies reporting relationship and many also describe required qualification, minimum requirements, working condition and desirable qualification. Supervisors are responsible for developing and maintaining accurate and current job description for their staff. The duties should be appropriate for the classification and consistent with the class specification. Did you know? In 1950, USA, job rotation and job enlargement were being both advocated and tested as means for overcoming boredom at work with all its associated problems. Students, what do you understand by the term job analysis? Job analysis is a process of determining which characteristics are necessary for satisfactory job performance and analyzing the environmental condition in which the job is performed. It analyzes the work content of job and job content of work. The process of job analysis leads to development of two documents, namely job description and job specification. Job description indicates the tasks and responsibilities, job title, duties, machines, tools and equipment, working condition and occupational hazards that form part of the job, whereas job specification comprises of the capabilities required to perform job, education, experience, training, judgmental skills, communication skills and personal skills required to perform the job effectively. Job analysis is a vital tool in taking a variety of human resource decisions. It is used to design and execute a number of human resource management activities and programs. Let's discuss them. Job analysis helps in forecasting manpower requirements based on the knowledge and skills and quality of manpower needed in organization. A carefully designed job analysis provides information as to what sources of recruitment are to be used to hire employees. For example, job analysis in a retail stores about merchandise shortage tells that village level schools are potential source of recruitment. Selection of the right candidate to the right job can only be done with the help of job analysis. In the case of retail stores, a billing assistant can be selected with a knowledge of accounting, cash and computer operations. This is possible with the help of job analysis. Job analysis provides valuable information to develop training programs. It provides information about what skills are to be trained. It also provides information about various techniques to be used in career development of employees. After people are selected and trained, they must be placed in suitable jobs. Job analysis provides information about the suitability of jobs. A clear job analysis guides the process to socialize the employees to develop sound relationship with all those persons. Job analysis provides information as to how much compensation and other financial and non-financial benefits to be associated with each other. Job analysis details information on working condition. Thus, management tries to provide safety and welfare measures that are outlined in job analysis. Performance of employees is appraised based on standard criteria provided in the job analysis. A good job analysis provides information to the superiors about the jobs. They use this information to guide and counsel employees about the career objects, performance, training, requirements, and skill upgradation. Job analysis enables human resource manager to develop a long-range strategic plan in all concerned areas of human resources. The components of job analysis: job description. It is an important document. It is descriptive in nature. It is useful to identify a job for consideration by job analysts. Important questions to be answered through job description are: what should be done, why it should be done, where it should be done. There is no universal format of writing job description. According to Gaur Phade, the following information is common in most of the job description: job title, title of the job and other identifying information such as wages, salaries, other benefits. Summary. Summary is written in 1 or 2 lines that describe what outputs are expected from job incumbents. Equipment. A clear statement of tools, equipment and other information required to perform job effectively. Environment. A clear description of the working condition of the job, the location and other characteristic of work environments such as hazards, noise, temperature, cleanliness, etc. Activities. A description about the job duties, responsibilities and expected behavior on the job. A description of social interaction associated with the job such as the size of work group, interpersonal interaction on the job is made. Job specification, also known as man or employee specification, is prepared on the basis of job specification. It specifies the qualities required in a job incumbent for the effective performance of the job. Basic content of a job specification are: personal characteristics such as education, job experience, age, sex, and extra co-curricular activities. Physical characteristics such as height, weight, chest, vision, hearing, health, voice poise, and hand and foot coordination for a specific position only. Mental characteristics such as general intelligence, memory, judgment, foresight, ability to concentrate, etc. Job evaluation is a process of determining the relative worth of a job. It is a process which is helpful even for framing compensation plans by the personnel manager. Job evaluation as a process is advantageous to a company in many ways.
Please make yourself comfortable, Susan.
May I ask what this is about, Fabio?
The firm is performing job evaluations for everyone, and this is your 30-day evaluation.
What does that mean?
We will evaluate on how well you are able to perform your job. On a scale from 1 to 10, 1 being poor and 10 being extraordinary, where do you think you stand?
OMG, at least a 21.
Ah, right.
I have improved since my first day and now I can text over 150 words a minute and have mastered Angry Birds.
Okay. Let us try and work on a demonstration. I will call you and you take it from there, okay?
Sure.
Ring ring ring. Susan, that is your cue to answer the phone.
Oh, right. Hello?
You forgot to include the salutation and the firm's name. We are going to have to continue this evaluation at a future time.
It is found that people and their motivation are dependent upon how well they are being paid. Therefore, the main objective of job evaluation is to have external and internal consistency in salary structure so that inequalities in salaries are reduced. Because of division of labor and thereby specialization, a large number of enterprises have got 100 jobs and many employees to perform them. Therefore, an attempt should be made to define a job and thereby fix salaries for it. This is possible only through job evaluation. The job evaluation information can be helpful at the time of selection of candidates. The factors those are determined for job evaluation can be taken into account while selecting the employees. Through job evaluation, harmonious and congenial relations can be maintained between employees and management so that all kinds of salaries controversies can be minimized. The process of determining the salary differentials for different jobs becomes standardized through job evaluation. This helps in bringing uniformity into salary structure. Through job evaluation, one can understand the relative value of new jobs in a concern. To be meaningful and useful for personal related decision making, job analysis must be carried more at frequent intervals. Jobs in the past were considered to be status and were designed on the basis that they would not change. While people working on these jobs were different, the jobs remain unchanged. It is now realized that for high efficiency and productivity, jobs must change according to the employees who carry them out. Some of the major reasons leading such change are technological change. The pace of change in technology necessitates changes in the nature of job as well as the skills required. Word processing has drastically changed. The nature of secretarial jobs, computerization and automation likewise give rise to new requirements of certain jobs while older requirements become redundant. Union management agreements. The agreements entered between management and the union can bring about change in the nature of jobs, duties and responsibilities. For example, under employees' participation scheme, the workers are encouraged to accept wider responsibilities. People. Human beings are not robots. Each employee brings with him his own strengths and weaknesses, his own style of handling a job and his own aptitude. There is a saying that the job is what the incumbent makes of it. Thus, the job analysis process must take into account the changing nature of job on account of the factors listed above. Often, role analysis techniques are used in dealing with the dynamic nature of job requirements. Major steps to be followed in carrying out job analysis in an ongoing organization are given below. Organization analysis. The first step is to get an overall view of various jobs in the organization with a view to examine the linkages between jobs and the organizational objectives, interrelationships among the jobs, and the contribution of various jobs towards achieving organizational efficiency and effectiveness. The organization chart and the workflow or process charts constitute an important source of information for the purpose. Uses of job analysis information. Depending on organizational priorities and constraints, it is desirable to develop clarity regarding the possible uses of the information pertaining to job analysis. It has been already indicated that such information could be utilized practically for all personal functions. Nevertheless, it is important to focus on a few priority activities in which the job analysis information could be used. Selection of job for analysis. Carrying out job analysis is a time-consuming and costly process. It is therefore desirable to select a representative sample of jobs for purposes of analysis. Collection of data. Data will have to be collected on the characteristic of job, the required behavior and personal attributes needed to do the job effectively. Several techniques for job analysis are available. Care needs to be taken to use only such techniques which are acceptable and reliable in the existing situation within the organization. Preparation of job description. The information collected is used in preparing a job description for the job, highlighting major tasks, duties, and responsibilities for effective job performance. Preparation of job specification. Likewise, the information gathered in step 4 is also used to prepare the job specification for a job, highlighting the personal attributes required in terms of education, training, aptitude, and experience to fulfill the job description. Job analysis thus carried out provides basic input to the design of jobs so that it is able to meet the requirements of both the organization in terms of efficiency and productivity, as well as the employees in terms of job satisfaction and need fulfillment. Developing appropriate job design is then the outcome of the job analysis process. Job analysis methods can be categorized into 3 basic types: observation method, interview, questionnaire. Observation of work activities and worker behavior is a method of job analysis which can be used independently or in combination with other methods of job analysis. 3 methods of job analysis based on observation are direct observation, work methods analysis, and critical incidence technique. Using direct observation, a person conducting the analysis simply observes employees in the performance of their duties. The observer either takes general notes or works from a form which has structure categories for command. Everything is observed: what the worker accomplishes, what equipment is used, etc. The limitation of this method is that it cannot capture the mental aspect of job, such as decision making or planning, since mental processes are not observable. This method is used to describe manual and repetitive production jobs such as factory assembly line jobs. This method is used by industrial engineers to determine standard rates of production. It involves observation and recording of examples of particularly effective or ineffective behaviors. Behaviors are judged to be effective or ineffective in terms of results produced by the behavior. In this method, a person using the critical incident must describe behavior in retrospect or after the fact rather than as the activity unfolds. In the interview method, the analyst interviews the employee, his supervisor, and other concerned person and record answers to relevant questions. The interviewer asks job-related questions and a standard format are used to record the data. The limitation of this method is that it does not provide accurate information because the employee may not provide accurate information to protect his own interests. Success of this method depends upon the rapport between the analyst and the employee. In the questionnaire method, properly drafted questionnaires are sent to job holders. Structured questionnaires on different aspects of a job are developed. Each task is described in terms of characteristics such as frequency, significance, difficulty, and relationship to overall performance. The job holders give their rating of these dimensions. The ratings obtained are analyzed and a profile of actual job is developed. This method provides comprehensive information about the job. The limitation of this method is that it is time-consuming and costly. Job design is next to job analysis. Job design involves systematic attempts to organize tasks, duties and responsibilities into a unit of work to achieve certain objectives. Job design integrates the work content and qualification required for each job that meets the needs of employee and the organization. Job design makes the job highly specialized and well designed. Jobs are important in attracting and retaining a motivated workforce. According to Michael Armstrong, job design is a process of deciding on the content of a job in terms of its duties and responsibilities, on the methods to be used in carrying out the job, in terms of techniques, systems and procedures, and on the relationship that should exist between the job holder and his superior subordinates and colleagues.
You could think that in this economy it might be easier to find that perfect employee. Problem is, you might not be able to discover the right talent if they can't find you. The hiring process is not simply about where you place your open position ad. You need a job description to narrow the field to just the qualified, desirable candidates. Here's how you do it. The position name has to be specific, accurate, and recognizable. For example, you might say online marketing specialist or public relations account executive as opposed to marketing person. From the title alone, you should be able to illustrate some of the roles and responsibilities expected of the job. Spend some time brainstorming about the roles and responsibilities that the person would need to fulfill. Get input from all those directly connected to the role, and consider looking at other job descriptions posted by other companies to make sure you're staying current and covering all your bases. Every job candidate wants to know what's expected of them. Be as specific as possible so they know the parameters. That way you won't be faced with prospective workers who get hired only to find out the job was not what they had envisioned. Be sure to highlight unique duties or areas of professional development desired. Don't assume that a person applying for the job would already know their duties. In today's work environment, most companies are requiring their staff to do more and take on greater responsibilities. Basing the job description on assumptions can serve to get you the wrong candidates. Plus, you know what happens when you assume. One of the most important aspects of any job, maybe even more critical than ever as more workplaces turn virtual, is to list the interpersonal skills that align with a company's culture. This is the place to put some meat around the soft stuff. Think about what works well with the rest of the company, such as team player, organizer, self-starter, or excellent communicator. These are attributes admired by the company and even more so by the customers. For jobs that involve telecommuting or regular field work, skills may be quite different than those interpersonal skills listed in a job description for sales or teams. Be sure to understand the differences before actually describing them. The job description is not just about locating the right candidate, it's about convincing that candidate that they want to work for your company. That's why it helps to include a paragraph about the company, its culture, its size, scope, and benefits. Hit those areas that you know are the most attractive to today's talent. If you have a fun, relaxed environment, you offer flex time, or have special perks, put it in there. After all, this is an ad, and you are marketing a job in hopes of finding a candidate to propel you and your company to greener pastures.
Job design is affected by three categories of factors: organizational factors, environmental factors, and behavioral factors. Let's talk about each of them. Organizational factors. The organizational factors that affect job design are characteristic of tasks, workflow, ergonomics, and work practices. Each task consists of three elements, namely planning, executing, and controlling. Job design involves the assembly of a number of tasks into a job or a group of jobs. A job may require an employee to perform a variety of connected tasks. All these characteristics of jobs are taken into consideration for job design. The flow of work in an organization is strongly influenced by the nature of the product. This product usually suggests the sequence and balance between jobs if the work is to be completed efficiently. Ergonomics is concerned with the designing and shaping of job as per the physical abilities and characteristics of individuals so that they can perform their jobs effectively. Environmental factors affect job design. Environmental factors include employabilities and availability and social and cultural expectations. Abilities and availability of people plays an important role while designing jobs. Due attention needs to be given to the employee who will actually perform the job. Jobs should be designed keeping the employees in mind. Due to increase in literacy rate and knowledge, employees are now more aware and only perform jobs that are to their liking and match their profile. Behavioral factors are related to human needs and they need to be satisfied properly. Behavioral elements include the following. Employees should be given proper feedback about his job performance. This will enable the employee to improve his performance and complete the job in a proper manner. Employees should be given proper autonomy required to perform the work. The absence of autonomy may lead to poor performance on the part of employees. The job should be designed in such a manner that an employee will be able to use his abilities fully and perform the job effectively. Now in the end, let us summarize what we have learned in this lecture. Job analysis is a systematic exploration, study and recording the responsibilities, duties, skills, accountabilities, work environment and ability requirements of a specific job. Job description clarify what an employee is responsible for and what is expected of them. Job design involves systematic attempts to organize tasks, duties and responsibility into a unit of work to achieve certain objectives. Job rotation implies systematic movement of employees from one job to the other. Job enrichment means making the job rich in its contents so that an employee will get more satisfaction while performing that job.